Hello and welcome to our brand new podcast, Talking Elvis. I'm Vince Wright, and here's my co-host,
Ian Gray. Good afternoon. Don't say afternoon.
It might be afternoon to some of the listeners.
Afternoon somewhere.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Should we have a pint? So, what's this Elvis podcast all about then? Well, there's loads out there, and we want a bit of the action. We've been doing the radio. Where do we do the radio?
We do the radio on Cam FM. You can get us on www.camfm.co.uk anywhere in the world.
And we play all the lovely music and things like that. So this is the podcast that's the talky bits. So what we want to do is we want to talk all about Elvis, anything Elvis related, the news, the views, the reviews, the interviews. Did I mention that we've interviewed people on the radio in the past? So I'm hoping to be able to put some of those interviews on here as well. So you should be able to hear from some of the co-stars and some of the other people in the Elvis world. We want your input. We will interview you. You can interview us. We want your stories, your news, your views. We also want to know, when did Elvis pop into your life this week? Not the bit when you're just listening to an oldies channel, but when you heard it playing in the background in a scene in The Archers. Because apparently that happened last week or so, didn't it?
It did, yes, sadly. Yeah. I couldn't possibly comment on as to who heard it, though.
Yes, I'm going to say. So share your stuff and we'll share ours. We'll leave you with a little bit of a taster of what's going on here, but watch out on Facebook, watch out on the websites, and I think we'll get that to you just as soon as we can. Now we've got a little treat. We've got Victoria Page Meyerink, the little girl from that scene. She's here with us today. Hello there, Victoria.
Hi, Vince. How are you?
Fine, thanks. So pleased you could be with us today.
At some point, when I was about 7.5, casting directors called and producers called and said they want Victoria for Speedway. And that's how I got Speedway and got the pleasure of knowing Elvis. I usually had lunch with Bill and Elvis. It's funny, we'd always go to lunch, we'd walk to the commissary, and Elvis was always so gracious with his fans, walking with them on the lot and stopping to sign and answer questions and shake hands. And we'd go to lunch, and one day I remember the two of them asking me, okay, if you had to pick one of us right now, which one would you marry?
This is Danny Mayer. You can also call me Eddie Owens, okay?
Oh, Brett, thanks for taking my call. We've just got a few questions to ask you.
The whole morning I was talking with a group about Elvis, and then it was terrible. And then we had a lunch break. I went into the studio, in the big studio, and went out of the control room. And just for myself, I was sitting on the piano, and yeah, I was so emotional. I had not the idea to record it. I was sitting on the piano and I played for myself. I remember Elvis Presley, and it came at once, you know.
Yes.
And then I looked at my watch and I thought, oh, we have to continue. And I turned around, and I didn't know that the group was standing behind me. You know, they heard it, and they said that this is beautiful. You have to record it.
It's going to be good fun, folks. So get in touch with us through the Facebook page in the first place, and we'll give you some more information as to once we reach the tip of world domination, you'll be able to find us anywhere you like.
Yep, and we'll be out and about on the road too, so we might come knocking on your door. We need to hear a bit of Elvis, so I'm going to turn this off now, put Spotify on, and play some loud and proud Elvis. See you all.
A new kind of radio with Ian Gray and Vince Wright.